What's going on, everybody? Brian here from Brian's Broadcast. I hope all of you are doing fantastic. Today is a special day because it's been ages and years that I've bought anything from the house of Dunhill. The first ever Dunhill fragrance that I owned was back in 2004, and that one was Desire Blue. I believe Desire Blue was released back in 2002, and there's a lot of sentimental value to this fragrance. I clearly remember, like, back then I was a teenager, and then one of my friends, we saved up the money and we shared that bottle, right? So, back in the days, it was like pretty. This was like a dumb bridge because this thing had that beautiful barbershop lavender citrus combination, which was very soothing and very mass appealing. Even today, whenever I wear this, it stands out because amongst all these other beautiful fragrances out there, this DNA is kind of lost. So, of course, whenever you put this on, it seems pretty uncommon to people's nose and their senses, right? So, beyond this, I never owned any other Dunhill fragrance up until now when I got this beautiful fragrance called Amalfi Citrus from the Dunhill's signature collection. Just look at this beautiful box. Almost looks like a Tom Ford presentation. The texture and the skin on top of this box is like absolutely premium. Wonderfully done. Got some information on the bottom. That's basically it. It's beautifully done, and it's very hard, very sturdy. The thing comes off like that. Just one more word of caution, because the notch is like small. It's not too deep. It's shallow, and the bottle is very heavy, and it's pretty big for the shallow notch. So whenever you're taking the cap, the top part off, just be very careful. I would highly recommend keeping it on a flat surface where, in case the bottle falls off, you can catch it. Enough chit chat. Let's look at this beautiful bottle. Not Desire. See how much I love this fragrance. So, signature collection Dunhill Amalfi Citrus. This is like a tad bit more greenish nature. The juice color, I don't know if you can see it. Maybe move it to the side. The cap has some weight to it. Beautiful Dunhill logo on the top. And look at this bottle. Solid glass. And you see the top. Beautifully done. Signature collection totally lives up to its name. Let's talk about the notes. I just love this fragrance. Phenomenal. Like ever since 2004 and up until 2023. These are the only two Dunhill fragrances in my collection, so you can imagine I'm super excited. So, as for per Fragrantica, these are the notes. So on the top, you get lemon, bergamot, bitter orange, green mandarin, and the regular ripe mandarin orange. In the mids, you get green tea, neroli, cardamom, jasmine, and rosemary. And at the base, you get vetiver, some woody notes, amber, musk. Do I get all that? Let's talk about it. The initial spray that you do, I have it here, sprayed right here. Let me do one more. Again, came in cheap, so that's a good atomizer. So, the first thing you're gonna get, this fragrance, it says Amalfi Citrus. It lives up to its name. The opening is beautiful. I never felt anything synthetic about this fragrance. In the opening, you will very distinctly pick up all the citrusy notes. And you may be saying, like, hey, you're not a perfumer. How do you pick up all that? If you have been in this game, in this hobby for a very, very long time, and if you have smelled all those fragrances, I'm not saying that you have to smell all the fragrances in this world to understand that. But the thing is, like, whenever you have smelled more than 50 freshies, I'm pretty sure your nose will get accustomed to what you're smelling, right? The presence of lemon, you get it right away. The bitter orange is very prominent. There's a tone of bitterness and it's pretty distinct. The green mandarin orange, has its own taste and smell and the way it presents itself. And the mandarin orange, the ripe one, their meaning over here, there's a sweetness to it too. So imagine zesty, fresh, lemony opening with the hint of bitterness and the uplifting, tardy sweetness from green mandarin and the ripe mandarin. Phenomenal stuff. Things get interesting when this fragrance starts drying down. They mention over here green tea, neroli, cardamom, jasmine, and rosemary. Rosemary definitely plays a role over here. It's an aromatic herb and it has this beautiful green herbaceous feel to it, but I don't get any green tea. I don't know who listed it here, but there's definitely not a presence of tea note in this fragrance. Absolutely not. Neroli is definitely there because you get that tad bit of white floral in this dry down, but it's very, very mild. It's never too much. The cardamom is definitely there. The jasmine, I wouldn't say the jasmine's there. So the neroli plays that beautiful, like a clean, like an uplifting feel, has this tad bit of floral vibe, but I mostly get kind of like I don't know how to explain this, but kind of like it's pretty hard to explain in words, but you get that kind of like a soapy kind of vibe, like a clean, soapy kind of feel to this fragrance, and it's beautifully done. I must say that, right? So green tea, forget about it. You don't get any green tea. There's no jasmine in it, 100%. As the fragrance is drying down, the vetiver, there's woody notes. I barely got any woody notes in this. It's almost like a linear citrus. There's a hint of muskiness to it, but this is again one of those clean musk that kind of gives you that luxurious soapy kind of feel, but not too much. But besides that, the amberiness, the vetiver, the woody notes I never got any of that. So if you're looking for a fragrance that's mostly citrus dominant, the citrus is very playful, has this nice clean soapy feel to it towards the dry down, Amalfi Citrus is something that you might want to consider getting. Performance, I was pretty surprised. Not one of those projection monsters, like it does not project for like 2, 3, 10 hours. It's not like that. Maybe like the first 10, 15 minutes it's going to project because the alcohol's drying out and then, the scent is in the air. But beyond that, it stays very, very close to your skin. But that does not necessarily mean that this is a weak fragrance. This one, Dunhill Amalfi Citrus, lasted on my skin for almost like 6 to 7 hours, which I say for a fragrance from Dunhill and a freshie is a lot. It's basically, if you're asking too much of it, you got some issues. Don't ask for too much. I know the prices are pretty high. I think it's something around $120 or $140. I got it from one of the groups for a very beautiful price. Not going to disclose that. But yeah, if you can manage to get this below full retail, by all means, Amalfi Citrus is something you would want in your collection, especially for the summer heat. Now, this fragrance will stay pretty close to your skin. It's almost like a skin scent, but not too close to your skin. Like, I don't know, maybe a foot away from you, 12 inches away from your skin, has this beautiful scent bubble, leaves a nice trail, but the trail is not too much long lasting. But the thing is, on skin, this fragrance will last. And when you spray this fragrance, it kind of has this like an oily patch on your skin. So I would say the oil concentration is pretty high on this one. Maybe the oil quality is good and it's going to stick to your skin pretty well and nice. But the thing is, it's not going to project as much. But the thing is, this thing will perform very nicely. Like 6 to 7 hours, for an office fragrance, for a freshie. And beyond that, that's 6 to 7 hours, this thing's going to stay as a very nice, clean, citrusy skin scent, which is like, again, a very nice quality, especially on this very heavy heat kind of heat and humidity kind of days where, you're sweating or something. This thing's not going to become cloying or anything, so you will enjoy this fragrance. That was my take on Amalfi Citrus, the second fragrance from Dunhill in my collection ever so far. So guys, let me know in the comments below if you own this fragrance, if you own something else, if you have any other suggestions for me, let me know in the comments section below. And I'm always open to constructive criticism. Let me know in the comments if you did not like something or what do you want to see next. And until the next video, make sure you have put the thumbs up on this video if you liked it, you're subscribed to this channel, and until the next video, please take care, stay safe, and all the best.